Hello everyone, we are Teen Nerds. Well, we are sponsored by Manifold Brother. My name is Chichi. Our project is to perform construction management and bidding for the Southwest infrastructure upgrade. Next.
So as Jesse kind of gave an overview of what we were tasked with, but our project was split into two different focuses based on the semester, like he said. And so the first semester, Manafort Brothers presented us with bidding information and drawings of a proposed project as if we were actually going to be the contractor that was taking part of the bidding process. We first had to identify everything that needed to be done during the construction process and had to come up with estimates for how much it would cost to complete each aspect. We did this by performing quantity takeoffs, and these are essentially estimates based on quantities that can be taken from the drawings, which we used Bluebeam software to help with. An example is that for one of the tasks that we were looking for was 8-inch PVC pipe. And so we had to go into the drawing and find every area where 8-inch PVC was needed throughout the project. And we could use the software to estimate the overall length that we needed of the PVC, and that contributed to our price along with everything that would go into installing that piping. We also had to use the RS Means book to estimate what workers and equipment would be needed for each task, as this also contributes to the cost for each item. We need to add in who will be working on the job and what we'll be paying them. And then once we'd come up with a total price for our project, as Jesse had mentioned, Manafort Brothers had us partake in a simulated bid opening, which was really cool because we got a sense of what it would have been like in reality in terms of our bid amount going in against other bid amounts, and we actually won the bid. So that was a really cool aspect of the project. The next slide.
Hello everyone, I'm Reland. And for the second semester, we were tasked with creating a schedule, which was to be resource loaded, a submittal log, and the work plan. So for the submittal log, we were supposed to create a log of submittals that were requested by the specifications that we were given. So the specification was essentially a thick document that says how the project should be done, like what is needed for the project. And a submittal is really something that is submitted by the contractor to show that they are compliant with the project specifications. So for the resource loaded schedule, we created a resource loaded schedule that shows what is done and when it's done for the project. So each task. And the cool thing about the resource loaded schedule actually is that you can put resources, so labor, machinery, and materials that are being used for each task, and that will generate a cost for that specific task. So the whole schedule in general will create a cost for the whole project. And then for the work plan, we created a work plan that shows how the project will be done and just explains a general overview of the project. Next slide, please.
Can you see it? I flipped.
Sorry about that, guys. So to complete the project that we're given, we needed to use software programs that are usually used in the industry. During the first semester, we used Bluebeam Revu to take the drawings and convert them to PDFs. And as PDFs, we were able to take measurements on them, such as lengths and areas. These help to make the quantity takeoffs and then contributed to the whole cost estimate of the project. During the second semester, we used Microsoft Project, which we first used to insert all the tasks that we needed to complete. And then we used the different tools in it to manipulate the timing, resources, and priority of each, which then created the resource loaded schedule that we needed. Next slide.
So the takeaway is what we learned from this project was that it gave us some real world experience that you don't gain from just normal classes that aren't senior design. We were able to get knowledge of Bluebeam and Microsoft Project, which if you go into the work field, then they'll be like happy that you have experience with these softwares. We also got the opportunity to work with Jesse and Manafort Brothers on this project, so we were able to gain experience with industry professionals, and it gave us a sense of professionalism and organization skills.